A high-ranking Republican congressman announced Thursday that he would not run for re-election. Representative Bob Goodlatte, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, said he would retire at the end of his term. The Virginia lawmaker has held his seat since 1993. Fall retirement announcements are nothing new. On average, 22 House members retire each cycle, Roll Call reported. Here's the list of Republicans, in the House and Senate, who have announced they will not seek re-election. Bob Corker, AP photo / Andrew Harnick. Senator Bob Corker, Republican, Tennessee, announced on September 27 that he will not seek a third term in 2018. Corker, 65, had previously said that he couldn't imagine serving more than 2 terms. Corker has often feuded with Trump. Charlie Dent, Pennsylvania Representative Charlie Dent said on September 7 that he would not seek re-election. The 7-term congressman told Fox News that he made the decision both for personal reasons and because the polarization around here is pretty severe. Dent, 57, has been openly critical of Trump. He voted against party lines and a repeal of Obamacare earlier this summer. Jimmy Duncan, Rep. Jimmy Duncan Jr., Republican, Tennessee, announced in July that he would not seek re-election. "I love my job, but I love my family more." Rep. Duncan, in announcing his retirement, Duncan, 70, thanked conservatives who supported him against recent attacks against me from the far left. "I have decided I wanted to spend less time in airports, airplanes and traveling around the district and more time with my family, especially my 9 grandchildren, who all live in Knoxville," Duncan said. "I love my job, but I love my family more." Roll Call reported that Duncan's sister, State Senator Becky Duncan Massey, could launch a bid for his empty seat. Jeff Flake, Senator Jeff Flake, Republican, Arizona, announced on October 24 that he would not seek re-election. Flake is an ardent critic of Trump. Flake, 54, faced a tough re-election campaign in Arizona against Kelly Ward, a physician who has also challenged Senator John McCain, Republican, Arizona. Trump has previously said that it was great that Ward was running against a toxic Flake. In announcing that he wouldn't run for re-election, Flake said the GOP is becoming a backward-looking minority party. It is clear in this moment that a traditional conservative, who believes in limited government and free markets, who is devoted to free trade, who is pro-immigration, has a narrower and narrower path to nomination in the Republican Party, the party that has for so long defined itself by its belief in those things, Flake said. Bob Goodlatte, House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte announced on November 9 that he would not seek re-election, saying it is the right time to step aside. The Virginia lawmaker, who has been in Congress since 1993, said he has discussed whether to run for re-election with his wife, Mary Ellen, every 2 years. "This year's conversation," Goodlatte said, "was different. With my time as chairman of the Judiciary Committee ending in December 2018, this is a natural stepping-off point and an opportunity to begin a new chapter of my career and spend more time with my family, particularly my granddaughters," Goodlatte, 65, said in a letter. Jeb Hensarling, Rep. Jeb Hensarling, Republican, Texas, announced on October 31 that he will not run for re-election in 2018. "Today I am announcing that I will not seek re-election to the U.S. Congress in 2018. Although service in Congress remains the greatest privilege of my life, I never intended to make it a lifetime commitment, and I have already stayed far longer than I had originally planned," Hensarling, 60, said, according to the Dallas Morning News. Hensarling also added that he wants to spend more time with his family. Lynn Jenkins, Reuters / Mark Kauslerich, Rep. Lynn Jenkins, Archon, announced on January 25 that she would not seek re-election or run for another office. Jenkins, 54, said she wanted to return to the private sector, although she was highly rumored to be a possible gubernatorial candidate in Kansas. Sam Johnson, longtime Texas Rep. Sam Johnson announced his retirement on January 6. "For me, the Lord has made clear that the season of my life in Congress is coming to an end," Johnson, 87, said. Johnson is an Air Force veteran who was a prisoner of war at the infamous Hanoi Hilton in Vietnam. Raul Labrador, Rep. Raul Labrador, Republican, Idaho, announced this summer that he would finish out his current term but then run for governor of Idaho in 2018 instead of re-election, according to HuffPost. Labrador, 49, is a founding member of the House Freedom Caucus. Frank Lobiondo, Rep. Frank Lobiondo, RNJ, will retire from Congress at the end of his term, Fox News has learned. The 71-year-old assumed his seat in 1995. Lobiondo's retirement opens up a seat in a potential swing district. Trump won in a 2016, but former President Barack Obama took the district in 2012. The GOP lawmaker has differed from his party on certain issues. He voted against the budget framework and has expressed concerns about Republicans' tax plan, specifically the move to eliminate certain state and local deductions. GOP Representative Tim Murphy of Pennsylvania announced on October 5 that he would resign his position in Congress. The news followed reports that the lawmaker, who has publicly been staunchly anti-abortion, had an affair and asked his mistress to get an abortion when they believed she was pregnant. Murphy, 65, said he will take personal time to seek help as my family and I continue to work through our personal difficulties. Instead of seeking re-election in 2018, Representative Kristi Noem, RSD, announced in November 2016 that she will run for governor instead. In her announcement, Noem, 45, officially kicked off her gubernatorial bid this year. Steve Pearce New Mexico Representative Steve Pearce opted to run for governor of his state instead of re-election in July. Pearce, 70, has been a congressman for more than 12 years. He told the Albuquerque Journal that as governor he would focus on the exodus of young people leaving the state. Ted Poe in a Twitter message, Rep. Ted Poe, Republican Texas, announced that he will not seek re-election. I am grateful for the honor and privilege to represent the best people in America. Texas's 2nd Congressional District. Thanks to the good Lord, I'm in good health, but it's time for the next step, Poe, 69, said on November 7. He added that he's planning to spend more time with his grandchildren. All 12 of them were born since he's been in Congress, Poe said. He assumed office in 2005.